I'm Josh Berry. This is the Berry bracket. This is what you use for installing and mounting ultra-thin LED lights. I designed and invented this bracket, and this is going to replace the use of recessed cans. Now the thing about the Berry bracket that separates it from anything else that's out there is that it's adjustable. Regardless of where you put it, we'll use this wall for an example. You can mount this in between your two joists and adjust this, find the center of your light, and put your light right where you want it. Now with recessed cans, as we all know, they had to go in between the joists. The Berry bracket does not. When it's combined with ultra-thin LED lights, you can move it over almost to where a joist is going completely down the center. About 40% seems to be about the max, so you still get your fixture in there. That way, when you're laying out a room, a lot of times customers want the light where they want it. They don't want to adjust. Now you can finally give the customer exactly what they want. It's made out of 29 gauge galvanized steel. It's two pieces, the outer perimeter and the inner piece. And this also features something that nobody else has, a center knockout. And this is the most important part in my opinion, because it also has a pinhole right in the middle that you combine with the use of a laser to get dead center on your light. Other brackets don't have a knockout. You just have to take measurements or maybe put in a temporary knockout. Who knows? It just takes up a lot of time and a lot of unnecessary effort. The Berry bracket is adjustable, lightweight, very sturdy, and it's got the knockout. Now I'm going to show you how to install this, utilize it, and make your customers happy. I've already laid out the floor where I want my lights. I took all my measurements and made a crosshair. I'm going to use a laser and just shoot up through the ceiling where my wire's already waiting to install the bracket across these two joists, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've got my mark on the floor. This is my laser. Put that right on the crosshair, and that's going to show me exactly where the center of my bracket needs to be. Move the wire out of the way. So when you put it up here, if you can see, in the center of the bracket, where the knockout is, there's a little pinhole. And as long as that laser hits that pinhole dead center, that means my light's exactly where I want it. So here we go. And to mount it, I use 3/4 panhead screws. Find your center. Put one screw in and let it stay there for a moment. And you just simply secure both sides. You can see on the bracket, the one side is slotted. That way you have a clear shot straight to the joist. You don't have to worry about going through the metal. It's 29 gauge galvanized steel, and it's very easy to shoot through with a panhead screw. Now, after it's mounted, you get it exactly where you want it. Take a pair of side cutters, dikes, just give it a quick crimp on each side, and that secures it. And then just knock out the center. It's ready to be sheetrocked. Sheetrockers will come back, cut the hole out for you. After that, you come back and install the light. Okay, sheetrock's been installed. Sheetrockers came back, cut the hole out for us. Obviously, they're using the Berry bracket as a guide for their roto zips. They did a good job. Now, once the sheetrock's up and it's trim out time, you just reach up in there. Your wire's already waiting for you. This is a standard J-box, be something very similar for any modern LED lights. It's an ultra-thin LED light. The standard right now has been about 6 1/4, which is what these are, and that's what the Berry bracket is designed for, 6 1/4 light. If it's a 6-inch all the way up to 6 3/8, it'll still work. There's a little bit of play there for you. So you take your J-box, which has a pigtail that connects to the light itself as well. You simply Punch the wire in. It's going to ground, hot and neutral. Close that up. You can just lay that up in there. Take your LED light, plug it in. Got your 2 ears. Lay it up in there, and you're done. Okay, just like before, we've already got the floor laid out, wires in place. I got my laser on my mark. But in this particular situation, there's a joist right where I want my light. Now normally with a recessed can, you would have to adjust and put that can in between the joists. You can always put it up against, but you could never get it exactly where you might want it. It's got to be in between the joists. But with the buried bracket, using ultra thin LED light fixtures, you can. Like I said, I got my laser going. You can see when I put my light, my bracket, exactly where I want my light, there's a joist running almost straight through the center of it. And that's about the max. You can go about 40% covering your knockout and still get that fixture in there, because the fixture itself is only a 1/2 inch thick, same as the sheetrock, so it doesn't matter if you're right up against the joist. Now you can see that's where I want my bracket, my light. Like I said, 3/4 inch panhead screws. You get one in there, it'll stay there. Put it up, still right on target. In a situation like this, to lock it into place, I'm going to go straight through my square in the middle, straight through the bracket, and straight into the joist. There it is. Take out your knockout. Maybe give a little clip on this one. There you go. Okay, sheetrockers came, put it in, cut a hole for us, and as you can see, that joist is almost down the middle of where our light's going to go. Not a problem. Reach up in there, get your wire. Now in this one we have 2 wires. And these J boxes can handle 2 wires. Same thing, stick it in your connector. Tie it together. See your box up in the end. Pigtail waiting for you. Plug it in. Right there, done deal. Even with the joist in the way, you can get your light exactly where you want it. The combination of the berry bracket and the ultra thin LEDs.